Flexon frames are made with Flexon memory metal in the bridge and in the temples. The eye wires and the end pieces and the ear bends are all made from adjustable material, so standard adjustments can be made. The eye wires on most optical frames are adjustable to accommodate different curve prescription lenses. The same goes for Flexon. To adjust the curve on a Flexon frame, use the eye wire forming pliers and increase the curve to the desired base curve that you need. And you can see how easy it is to do. Since the bridge on Flexon frames is made from memory metal, the face form is built right into the frame during production. To make the frames tighter, you can adjust two areas, the ear bend towards the temple tip area or the end piece towards the front of the frame. Even though this temple is completely made of Flexon, the ear bend area is completely adjustable. So you can use a gross hand adjustment and just increase that bend, bring it in slightly. So you can see from one side to the other you've dramatically changed the ear bend. You can also tighten up the end piece area. You can use a combo round or combo flat plier or something that has some padding on it so you don't damage the outside of the frame. And then you can just bring in the end piece, or you can do a combination of both. So you can see when you compare one side to the other, and I've done this very dramatically, that you can bring the end piece in and you can increase that bend. If you need to make a Flexon frame looser, you do just the opposite of what you did to make it tighter. So here I'm going to take the frame that I just made tighter and I'm going to do the opposite adjustment. I'm going to open up the ear bend and move the bend down slightly. You see it just opened up to match the other side. And then at the end piece area, I'm going to take my combo flat or combo round pliers and I'm just going to open up that end piece to make it wider. So in this way, if the frame is a little bit too tight on your patient or your customer, you can loosen up the frame just like a standard frame. Adjusting the nose pads on a Flexon frame is the same as adjusting the nose pads on any metal frame. You can use your hands to make a gross hand adjustment, or you can use nose pad pliers. The nose pad arms can be adjusted just like a regular metal frame. You can bring them in, you can bring it out, you can change the angle. To increase or decrease the pantoscopic angle on a Flexon frame, use the same adjustment that you would on a standard metal frame. Using pliers that have either foam or rubber protection so you don't mar the finish of the frame, you can increase the panto by pushing down on the end piece. I'm going to do this dramatically so you can see the difference, that one side and then the side that I increased. To decrease the pantoscopic angle or add retroscopic angle, you just do the opposite. Just bring the end piece up and then you can decrease the panto just like a standard metal frame. As with any other optical frame, if the end pieces are thicker or have plastic embellishments, great care must be taken before performing any adjustment. As always, the optician must assess the situation before performing any adjustment on any frame. In some cases, we've made Flexon frames with injected plastic or rubber sleeves. These sleeves go over Flexon core wire, so the temples are very flexible but can also be adjusted. In the case of an injected temple, you can make the ear bend adjustment the same way by just increasing the ear bend. You can use a little bit of warm air, and you can see that the bend has been increased here. You can use a little bit of warm air to soften the area, however, it's not really necessary. On the rubber sleeve, you can do the same thing, increase the bend, and never use heat on rubber because rubber is a material that will burn if you heat it too much. Later this year, you'll be seeing some styles that are made with handmade Xyle temples. These frames will have Flexon in the bridge and spring hinges. To make adjustments on the Xyle temple, you would use a hot air warmer and make the same standard adjustments that you would make on any xyle frame. There are different types of Flexon bridge designs, as you probably know. Some of them are made with chucks, like this Flexon Kids. Some of them are made direct soldered, which means no chucks. Some of the shapes are round, some of them are a little bit flatter, some of them are even dramatically more flat, as with this Influencer Series frame. The best way to In most cases, the best way to demonstrate the twisting of a Flexon bridge is to twist the bridge about 90 degrees, one side and then the other. This is great for the bridges that have chucks on them. This is great for round bridges. This is also good for direct solder bridges that are round in shape or contoured. Like on this frame here, we could do the same thing. In cases where the bridge is flat, like on this Influencer Series frame, you don't want to twist it up to 90 degrees. We would say about 45 to 60 degrees. But you can see that it's still dramatic, that when you do twist the bridge, it goes right back into shape. The best way to demonstrate the temple flexibility is as follows. If your frame has a complete metal temple, a complete Flexon temple, you can just go right ahead and you can wrap that temple right around your finger. This will definitely impress your accounts. If the temple has a sleeve on it, like an injected sleeve or a rubber sleeve, just know that the temple is not going to wrap completely around your finger. So if you have an injected sleeve, you'll see you can still have that flexibility, you can still demonstrate it, but you cannot wrap it completely around your finger. But that should be dramatic enough to impress your accounts. If there's a rubber temple like on this Flexon Kids, you will definitely be able to wrap it around your finger. Not as much as the full metal frame, but enough to be very impressive. Have fun demonstrating Flexons, and just please note that all of the twisting and bending and flexibility demonstrations that I just showed you are vigorously tested at the factory. So we know that all these tests are safe and all these tests are great to show your accounts and are very, very impressive.